Thumbs up when you're ready. Thumbs up when you're ready. Are you ready? I don't know if Ebbie can hear me or not. I'll let her up when she give me the thumbs up. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me in the chat? Nobody can hear me in the chat? Uh-oh. Do we have some technical difficulties? Hold on. Okay, so Ebbie, it's you. They can hear me in the chat. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get the technical difficulties under control. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. Happy Hump Day. Hey, Miss Venus. Hey, Margie. That's some new name. Well, not Miss Venus. I've seen you a couple of times. Hey, Chocolate Vixen. I ain't seen you in a minute, girl. How you doing? See Golden, my member in the house. Hello. Hey, Julia. How are you? Hey, Tracy. What's up, Star? What's up, my members? How y'all doing? Miss Bay Thing is here. How are you? Okay. So we are here today for a live rant and review, honey, for this put a ring on it. Now, Abby, let me know when you can hear me, honey. Let me know when you can hear me. Let me share the video out, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started while Abby get herself together, honey. I don't know what she got going on with y'all. You can hear me? Oh, her headphones. It was something with your headphones?
Yes. My headphones they're not plugged into anything. And I was like,
you know what? You kind of need to have your headphones plugged in, Ebbs. I'm not a technological genius, but I do know it has to be plugged in. That I know.
And I was like, why can't I hear anything? Fix it, God.
Anyway, good afternoon, everybody, you guys. So we are here today to talk about Put a Ring on It. Now we're just gonna go through episode 1 through 4.
AKA, this show is a bad idea.
Listen, I was gonna go ahead because if you watch Ebbie's reviews, I feel like she says that 500 times, and listen. And let me be clear, I agree. I think we said that last season that we didn't get it. We didn't understand. We didn't get it.
This is worse.
Yeah, well, I think it's purposefully worse. And I said that in my review. I feel like they are purposefully setting this up to be worse than last season. Just for a little bit more drama, just for a little something. Hey, China White, what's up, baby? So let me just go ahead and give a little bit of the background, a little premise for those who may not know. So Put a Ring on It is a show. It comes on the OWN network. It comes on Friday nights, and it is produced by Will Packer. The premise of the show is basically this. You have 3 couples who are basically at a shit or get off the pot situation. Either we're going to get married or we're going to break up. Like we need to figure this out. And somebody decided that it would be, oh, Miss Margie likes your hair, Ebbs.
Thank you.
Somebody decided that it would be a good idea. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I don't know who decided. But somebody decided that it would be a good idea that the way in which you figure out whether these couples should get married is to allow them to date other people.
Because if 2 + 2 is 4, and 5 + 5 is 10, then what the fuck is this? Okay. You know what? Go to hell. It's a bad idea all the way around. I feel like a man came up. You said it's Will Packer's show, and it seems like a show a man would come up with. Having problems with one broad, add 2 more. What? How did that?
Add 2 more though, not add 2 more. So this is what I'm gonna say. Chocolate Vixen said chocolate wine and strawberries on deck for this review because this show is working my reserved nerves. I know.
Not the one you keep in reserve.
Right.
You always got to have one in the back because somebody will try.
That's the one that's in the back, right? The one you save, you break it out. Listen. So let's go. Since we're going to be talking about the first 4 episodes, let's do it this way. Let's go couple by couple, and you know who I'm saving for last. So let's go couple by couple. So this year,
I want a windmill. Every time I hear his name, I want to.
So instead of 4 couples, we have 3 couples this year, which I mean, it's whatever. They probably couldn't find a 4th couple that was willing to do this bullshit. But
and 3 couples worked better. Like it seemed like they get more time dedicated to each couple. Like if they had a 4th couple, they would have less time for development throughout this process. So I'm okay with them having 3 couples. That's one less couple that's going to get ruined by this show. So I'm fine. I'm fine with it. With
that's going to get ruined. Okay. So let's start with Eric and Jessica because I feel like
they are the least offensive of the 3.
Probably the least problematic out of the 3. Although I got some stuff for Miss Jessica, but let's start with Eric and Jessica. So Eric used to play for the NFL. And
he used to have a hairline, and both of those are gone. Like you ain't see that hair missing at the top of his dome.
Every time they do a shot and he bends his head over, I'll be like,
ooh, don't do it.
Don't do it again. And my thing is, at this point, just go bald.
Right. He would probably look better bald at this juncture.
I think he might look a little
because them hairs that are clinging for life, like right here.
Yeah, just let that go.
It's not cute.
I need you. I just let it go. So their big thing is, and this they should not be on this show. I mean, first of all, the whole show is a bad idea. But let's just go couple by couple. They should not be on this show because they clearly already have issues with infidelity. And I think we're going to find out next week more specifically. When I saw the previews for next week, we find out a little more specifically about those issues. It seems as though she stepped out, and he probably did too. But I know specifically we're talking about her stepping out. So,
I mean,
so that's all the more reason why this is probably not the best decision for the 2 of y'all. If y'all already have fidelity in your past and a history of infidelity, that, as I said, fidelity, y'all know what I mean, infidelity. That's probably not the best decision. Hey, Miss Patty Dude, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while, I don't think. Good to see you, babes. Hey, keep it cute. So, my member, mwah. Hey, Xavier. So, Jessica and Eric, that's pretty much as much as we really kind of know about them. Like, I don't really know what they do for a living currently. Did you catch that? Or
I don't know. I don't know. It's a full-time job trying to keep up with their hairline, so I don't know what that man does.
I don't know what neither one of them do.
I don't know either. Did they say he's a former player? Is he still active?
I don't think he's still active.
Okay. He could be riding the bench somewhere collecting a check. You never,
He could be, but the only reason why I say I don't think he's still active is, again, from the preview for this week. Well, actually, let me say this. Up until I saw the preview for this episode coming up, I did not think. But I do believe that, yeah, they're saying in the chat former. Yeah.
Okay.
So, right. Well, now, hey, Giggles. Now
I want to know, what position did he play? Because he looks so little.
I'm gonna say this again from the previews. What it sounded like, this all like, they only show you a little clip. So the clip that I saw, Eric was saying when things started going bad with his football career, and he was struggling, he took it out on her, and I feel like they about to get into maybe some borderline verbal, if not physical abuse, but it sounded like it was going verbal, that he was very angry and he took it out on her. And then what he said was, yes, and her response was to go jump on top of another man. So it sounds like,
I'm not mad at that decision.
Well, listen, it sounds like the infidelity. Anyway, So again, we'll get more details on Friday. You know
But
how
it seems like maybe that was the straw that maybe broke the camel's back for her. Because I don't a bit more believe that he didn't step. I believe he was stepping out when the football wasn't so formal and they were together.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't know these people from a hole in the wall, so this is 120% my opinion. It don't reflect the opinions of Ebbie or nobody else. I really feel like she was a groupie that he hooked up with.
I second that motion.
Okay. All right. Okay. But then I'm not the only one.
The motion is scary.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. And so I feel like that's another reason why
that's what it felt like. It felt like she was an Instagram, as they would like to call thought, even though I don't know if she was thought and bopping, but she was definitely casting for a high value man, and she put out the bait and he snapped it up.
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
And now that I don't know if he didn't make enough money for her to, he's been carrying her this whole time. And I don't know, maybe she looking for her next benefactor, her next.
Okay, Mia said he was a wide receiver. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Mia. He couldn't catch that hairline. I'm gonna leave that man in his hair. I'm gonna leave that man in his hair alone. But the situation, the relationship feels like very transactional, and I feel like she's been slowly trying to turn it into the long con, where she continues to, where the thought he turns a hoe into a housewife type of situation. Not to say that the girl was a hoe, but I'm just saying that's what it feels like. It feels like it was very transactional, and now it's turned into an actual. She's trying to parlay it into an actual thing, and he still thinks that he is playing the NFL and can grab all the side coochie he want to. And now that he's not in an NFL uniform and the helmet is not on, women actually see you for your works and your hairline, and you're not catching as much attention as you used to. So now you feel like you got to settle for the Instagram baddie that you've had on stream for.
Hey, Rachel, how you doing?
Hey, Rachel.
It's so good to see you, boo.
Not you over here screaming at.
Right, at Ebbie. That's Ebbie.
Oh, not just screaming at me. Listen, I tell us the truth around this piece.
Right.
Let's just listen. Beauty and the Beast, y'all are dumb. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I really want you to know this man cared so little about you and y'all relationship and what y'all got on, that you was on a date with another man in the same room, and he didn't even notice when you got up and left. Your presence don't affect him enough to where you got up and left, and he didn't even take notice of the fact that you got up and left the building.
Yeah.
Not even a side glance to say, because even if you are trying to engage in conversation with that person, if I'm in relationship with you, there should be it
wasn't like it was a full restaurant, like legit, y'all had that whole area to y'all.
Exactly. And like you should, I don't know, from me and my experience with relationship with men that I've been in relationship physically with, I could, like, if we're in the same room, like there's like a tuning, like your presence is noted by me even unconsciously at all times. So if you leave the room, even if I don't say anything out loud, I've taken note of it subconsciously. It was like you wasn't even there.
Listen, see, Golden, you actually took the words right out of my mouth. I said it in my review, and that's exactly how I feel about the situation. I feel like for Jessica, it's a game. I feel like this is a game for her. It's about making him jealous. It's about, I don't know, like you said, trying to maybe, I don't know, for lack of a better word, trick him into this whole situation. He told her last week how he felt about her, though. He told her last week that his opinion about the situation is, I mean, I see you as beautiful in surface.
It was giving very much when Omni-Man told his son, I love your mother, but it's more like she's a pet.
Yeah, I mean, he told her point blank. He told her point blank. He was like, I could talk to her, we could go deep, and it was more than just the physical. But then what pissed me off though was this is why I said now you playing the game, because then she turned around and that was her whole, like when she went on a date with Clarence, it's like she's trying to make him jealous. I mean, I feel like Clarence saw me as more than just physical. Like we really could talk. He really did listen to me. That's exactly what he told you about the other girl. So like it was so obvious to me that was just on some old get back. And then you had the man take his shirt off, and again you playing games,
which I appreciate. Thank you for doing.
I appreciate it. Hold on, let's be clear. I appreciated this. I appreciate the vision. I appreciated the vision of the man without the shirt on. But what I'm saying is the fact that was the first thing out your mouth when she asked you how your date was. It's like you on some get back. It's like I'm gonna just try to make him jealous, and I'm on some get back. Like that's how I took it. I found out Eric's my Cancerian brother. He doesn't give a single F. Yeah, he's a Cancer.
And he comes across, and it's not attractive and or cute and or funny.
He lose because playing doormat is not going to make him respect her, not at all. Then how was she mad about Clarence asking her questions when she asked about his ex?
That was my question. That's like how you just ask him about his ex and the tattoo, and then when he in turn asks you about your current situation that you're in, you like don't worry about that.
Which is the whole reason why we are on this show. Like, hello. Like, hello.
That's not how any of this works, beloved.
So this how I feel about. So I mean, we almost. I think next week is halfway through the season because it's a 10 episode. So next week is episode 5. Some feedback. What's it going? Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say about that. Or this is how I feel about that. I feel like this is gonna be the couple that stays together though. Whether they should or they shouldn't, I feel like they're the one that's gonna stay together because I feel like they like being in this. I feel like they like this
toxicity. They like.
I'm gonna make you jealous. You make me jealous. Oh, and then we're gonna go because like she even said that. She said we argue and he said that and we go do what we do and then we never deal with it. So basically, we argue, we have sex, and we move on. We never really resolve the argument. So then
we resolve that heart hairline first, and then maybe he could get the rest of his life. Okay, I'm leaving. I said I was gonna leave that man in his hair. Like, go ahead. Go on to the next people. So we can cuss out the crybaby. Go ahead.
So LaRonda and Sean.
At first I liked Sean. I liked him at first, and then he started crying, and then he had that visceral reaction to this girl going on a date. Like he was in there vomiting. What the emotional manipulation abuse is happening right now?
Listen, when that man called his friend and started crying. All right, so let's talk about Sean and LaRonda. Now, whatever LaRonda does, LaRonda seems to make decent money. And that seems to be a big bone of contention because Sean is an entertainer, actor, host, whatever, and he doesn't make a lot of money because, of course, his money. Sorry, Ebbie, I don't know. Let me see. It's some feedback somewhere. Hold on. Okay, so I'll unmute you because there's some feedback. I don't know where it's coming from, but there's some feedback. And so that seems to be a big deal is the money situation, because he feels like there's like a money disconnect. And again, no man wants to feel like they living off of their woman. Like I get that. I understand that part of it. And of course the field of work that he's in, it is what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a guaranteed amount of money. Yes, up and down. It's not a guaranteed amount of money every 2 weeks, like most of us know. So, but that ain't even my issue. Like if it was a money thing, like that's easy. Chocolate Vixen, again, you took the words right out of my mouth. His situation is almost scary. It's almost scary because the man physically vomited. He had a physical reaction to the thought of her on a date with another man, much less kissing, much less doing anything. Just the thought and the like you said, the emotional manipulation, like when doctor asked him about the date and he was like, no, she don't want to go out with him again, right? You don't want to go out with him, right? And I was just like, oh. Ooh. And then that whole I'm gonna cry every time I feel like you get ready to say something I don't want you to say or do something I don't want you to do. So I'm just gonna cry now so I can get that reaction and get you to change your mind. That is very manipulative and it is very scary. It is absolutely scary. Abby, go ahead.
Okay, so I got my headset on, so it shouldn't be any.
Okay.
I found the other half to plug it in. Praise God.
Praise Lord.
Hallelujah. So for me, again, that visceral reaction, the throwing up, you crying every 35 seconds, and then it says to all of that is a projection because I feel like emotionally he's very wishy-washy. I'm scared of hot water. I feel like you are unsure of your emotions, and so you gonna fall in love with this non-singing girl that you've been dating for the last couple of days, and next thing you know, now you in love with her. What? Like your emotions are unstable in your mind, your thoughts, your choices, everything. It is this one day and this, that, the other. That is what he gives me. Like he's never been presented with these options. So now you gonna do something crazy. You don't seem dependable emotionally. Like,
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. That's a good one. Not dependable emotionally. What's up, little baby? I like that. Not dependable emotionally. Ooh.
Right. Like I can't depend on if, like, say we have to you go on a movie shoot. He's the nigga that goes on a movie shoot and falls in love with his co-star who he is in a relationship with on the movie set, and next thing you know, you talk about you in love with her because you've been playing her husband for the last 2.5 months on this movie shoot. That's what it gives me. That's the kind of personality, that's the kind of person that it gives me. Like, you are afraid to be out of my, and you're projecting that onto me. Now I am stable emotionally. I can be out in the world and see all other kind of men, but because I'm in love with you, that doesn't even register for me. Because that's the kind of person that I am. But you are so wishy-washy in your mind, in your ways, in your emotions, that you feel like because that's what you would do if you got outside. Now you're projecting that onto me.
Or the opposite. I got a job I'm on a movie set and I call you and you don't answer the phone. And so now I am so preoccupied. I'm blowing up your phone. I'm sending you 20,000 texts. I'm thinking of all the worst case scenarios of what you doing, who you doing it with, that I, one, can't do my job. And two, now I didn't went on a whole scenario in my mind. And yes, that is how people end up really hurt. And that's real talk. Like, I'm not even being funny right now. That is how people end up hurt. Yep. And that is what scares me. Him having an affair, yes, that's hurtful, but that's not as scary as where my mind goes when I think of him sometimes, honestly.
Like, he'd be the kind of person that'll kill somebody. Listen.
Right. I mean, he'd be like, listen, he'd be some Dear John type shit. Remember Dear John?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd be some Dear John season 3. And that is very scary. Like, what?
Because that boy is delusional. He thinks that little girl can sing. He went to that studio session and heard what came out of that girl's mouth. Like, we heard the raw, unedited footage. And he was like, oh my God, and she really can sing. Where? Because I don't see it. Where is it? I don't. That raw footage needs a lot of tuning and editing.
Slippers. Listen, he is the kind that would show up in his slippers. Listen,
at 3 a.m. on your porch talking about it.
He absolutely is the one that would be sitting on your front steps when you got home. He's the one that will call your job 20 times and damn near get you fired. He's the one that would call your boss, verify what time you really got off of work. He is the kind that will call your mama, sister, cousin, uncle off of Facebook to see who you like. He is that dude.
Right. He's the one that's checking your mileage because he knows exactly how much mileage is
Yes.
between your job
Yes.
and the house. And if it's not right, that means you stopped it, went to a store or 7-Eleven, and then now you got to explain why your gas tank is at 3/4 and 1/10 of a tank instead of the 3/4 that it should be if you just went from home to work. Like, he's that nigga.
He absolutely is.
She can sing in his imagination. Well, that's the only place that is, because that producer, I wanted him to put some auto-tune or something, some effects or something. Auto-tune, put it on the right key or something, because that was.
Lord. Listen, the type of man you don't tell you're leaving him, just leave after he leaves. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't tell him you leaving. You can't tell him you leaving because
that's a whole issue.
It ain't gonna be pretty it ain't gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty. Yeah, he is the one. Yeah, he the one that if you decide to leave, you gotta like relocate. Like you gotta apply for that job posting on the other side of the country, and just leave. Just move. And tell your family, just don't tell nobody.
Right. I was married to a version of that. And when I decided to leave, I had to force an eviction. It wasn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had to force an eviction and then say, me and the kids are going to my mama's house. And my mama said that you can't come. And then buy him a bus ticket to another state back home.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
So I can extricate myself and my children safely. Because when I said I don't like you anymore, he tried to choke me to death in front of the kids. So yeah, you have to be you have to be careful in those type of situations, because that's the kind of person that's the kind of nigga that'll kill you.
Yeah. And I don't want to, like, I really
and then blame you
that specific language, but yeah, really.
Like he'll unalive you and then blame you.
There you go.
For the fact that you had to unalive.
You right, Xavier. That's the type of dude that Tyler Perry writes about. You ain't lying.
Absolutely. And then put a terrible wig on.
Listen, I don't know why he can't find a job, because there's a version of Sean on every Tyler Perry production. Okay, he wouldn't even have to act. So let's talk about what's been going on with them. I like that little baby too. Yes, #unalive. Okay. If she leaves, she got to do it. Hold on. Universal say if she leaves, she got to do it on a holiday. Be like, babe, let's spend it separately with our own family. Okay. Absolutely.
And she just don't never come back. And then your whole family got to change their numbers. Right. This nigga's going to call. Exactly. Everybody got to block him on everything.
Exactly. Absolutely. So let's talk about what's been going on with them. So the first date that they went on, his first date, of course, he's so busy in love with her, he wasn't even really tripping. But I feel like she really liked that first guy and allowed his manipulation
to make her not decide to go on a second date with him.
And Dr. Nicole tried to tell, and I feel like once Dr. Nicole kind of talked to her a little bit, I feel like she had changed her mind. But Dr. Nicole was like, oh, well, you let that one pass you by, moving on. So I feel like this second dude, Sir James, I don't feel like she was really feeling him like that. But I feel like in her mind, she was like, I'm not going to allow you to
continue to manipulate this situation. Right. I like Sir James, though. He's
okay, so I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did his mama name him Sir James? Like, is his first name Sir, last name James?
I'm assuming that is an entertainment name.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. I was just, it was interesting. Because we know a Sir James. And that's his, like, we know a Sir James. Okay. Because, at first I was like, Sir James. If it had been him, y'all, I would have fell out. Anyway, so.
You know what?
For many reasons. But anyway.
Right.
So I feel like when she went out with Sir James, and again, I don't think that she 100% disliked him. I just don't think that that's who she really wanted the second date with, but she sort of did it as a way to, because remember she said, well, he's been acting a fool all morning, so it made it easy.
She needed to keep the peace. Sometimes having peace is better than being right. So sometimes you have to choose peace.
Right. So then he went out on a second date with Brittany, I think just because out of spite. I don't think he was interested in that second date with Brittany. You think he was? Okay.
I do not. I do not.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just thinking about the second date and her in that studio and just.
Oh, you just cringing because of the thought of the singing. Okay. Okay.
It was terrible.
Now, why he chose to go out on a third date, I don't know.
Because I told you he's wishy-washy and he's half in love with Brittany. He's halfway there.
Wow.
Because he's unstable.
Oh, scary.
He's like the guy from You. Have you seen that show You on Netflix? Where the guy is stalking the lady?
No, I have not.
Girl, you gotta watch it. It is crazy. And then he's crazy stalker man. And then in the second season, he meets a female version of him. It's crazy. You gotta watch it. It's wow. He made up this whole scenario, and there was a whole thing in the bunker in the basement. It was the whole thing. You gotta watch it.
He made up a whole scenario in his head about this woman cheating on him?
No, about them being in love, and it's a whole
thing. A whole scenario in his head about them being in love. Oh.
You have to watch You. It is, oh my God. I'm waiting for the next season. It's really good.
I don't know who that is, Xavier. You say that like I know who Dan Humphrey is. I don't know who that is. Okay. Am I supposed to know who Dan Humphrey is?
He's some nondescript white man. I mean,
I'm not being funny, but I don't know who that is. I mean, maybe I've seen him in something, and that's why you think I know who he is, but I really don't know who that is. Now, little baby, I need you to do me a favor. Little baby, I need you to write the timestamp of where we are in the video at this moment.
Is it time? Is it time?
I am going to remove myself from the screen. Our third couple is Smoke and Lexi and.
Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Darian and Alexa. First of all, this raggedy ass nigga, first of all, they have been together for 14 years. They keep saying on and off. And in that 14 years, he has had 3 children with 2 different women, and none of them are her. And then he had the nerve to get his raggedy ass on national TV and say that she is not marriage material. Now, you know you got this girl wide open because you got her young and groomed her to where she don't know nobody else. So she is in love with you, and you are the one that she has picked, and that she thinks that she's going to have happily ever after. She's begging to marry you, to have your babies, and you out here showing your ass because you halfway think you can rap. Nigga, I didn't even know you were a rapper that existed in the world until this show came onto TV. And you want to think you Billy Badass? This girl told you that it is your communication and how you do things. Nigga, you went out of town. You said, I'm going out of town as you was on your way out of the town. And then didn't say shit else to this girl until you got your raggedy ass back the fuck in town. And then expect her not to think that you was doing something you ain't had no fucking business. You said to this woman at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm at the condo, you know, where his little studio is, and he doing music with his little funky ass friends. You say to her at 2 o'clock in the morning, oh, we going to the Waffle House. What you want? She tells you what you want, and then you don't bring your raggedy ass back to the house till 8 a.m. That takes 6 hours to get Waffle House. It just doesn't, you stupid bastard. And you don't say anything in between. Oh, I dozed off. Oh, we still here doing music. We still gonna get the Waffle House. We just still here doing music. Nothing to check in, nothing to communicate what's going. And then you expect her mind not to wonder about what is happening in the interim when you go ghost in communication. How very dare you, you black, bald-headed, raggedy ass fuck boy of a nigga. How dare you? And didn't want to get on there, talk about she not marriage material. She had every right to get her, be like, that's it, I'm done, and get up and walk the fuck out this, because I would have been walked out. And then you playing games with this little raggedy broad that you keep going on dates with, and then you validating that she can take you whenever she want to from me. That's what we doing? Bet. She better than me because I'd have kicked him in his esophagus before I walked the fuck out that damn session at the end of the. I wish the fuck. Daughter, run. He's not he has proven to you on time and time again in the last 14 years, he is not the correct answer to your equation. Girl, if you don't subtract him from your life and move the fuck on, ain't no dick that good in the world. He looked like he 3 quick pumps and don't know how to wash his nuts after. That's what he looked like. Got your smart, educated, well-rounded, beautiful self on here running behind this little raggedy ass, dusty looking, don't look like he washes balls, nigga. I wish, girl. Okay, I'm done. I feel better now. I'm gonna take my hair down and put my glasses back on. We good. Okay.
So,
how do you feel about it, Loretta?
I mean, I ditto most of what you just said. I just want to add to this. I 100% agree with everything you're saying. And he's another one that's a gaslighter, because when they came back and he said, yeah, we had the conversation and I actually showed her the receipts from All-Star Weekend and I labeled everything and it went a lot better. I don't mean no harm, but you needed Dr. Nicole to tell you that if you went MIA, that you should probably show proof of where you were so that your girlfriend doesn't think that you was out doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing during All-Star Weekend when you left her ass in the damn condo while you was out partying, which is what you really were probably doing. It probably took you this long to put together the receipts to make it look like you wasn't doing what you said you was doing. But neither here nor there, somebody had to tell you that was the decision you were supposed to be making. Somebody had to tell you that. I just, at the end of the day, I just feel like you, again, on again, off again, even if those babies were conceived during the off again times, I'm sure there was some overlapping, because 2 of them babies is by the same woman. So I'm sure that there was some overlapping, even if y'all was on a quote unquote break. I'm sure that there was some overlapping. I'm sure that, at least one of them baby mamas lingered around for a while, probably the one you had the 2 babies with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I wouldn't be surprised if he's still dealing with her to this day.
Right. And like she said, I have literally been with you for damn near half of my life. Like, she's 34, I think she said, 34, 35. So y'all been together for 14 years. That is damn near half of her life. On again, off again, but damn near half of her life. And at this point, for you to say at this time she's not marriage material, then I don't know why we're here.
What? Right.
Because at this point, she is who she is and you are who you are. And I don't know what more you need to see or what more she needs to see, to be honest. I don't know what more she needs to see. You know what I'm saying? Right. She done gave him her good 20s. Okay. And I was so proud of her. And look, she cracked me up. Dr. Nicole said, what do you feel about that? She said, you want to know what I feel?
Yeah.
Said, move your feet, please. She's like, because when I get up and walk out of here, it's going to be a clean strut. I'm going to give you a good runway strut. I'm going to walk up out of here with my head held high. I don't want to have to look down and make sure I don't trip on nothing, okay? You will get, so Eric, can you go and move your feet back so I can get up out of here and I can strut these long ass WNBA legs up out of here, okay? Child. And I was here for it. And then for him to sit there and act like he ain't understand, sir.
And then we'll talk about you. What is it about this girl? It's not the girl.
Listen, like
it's not the girl, nigga. It's you.
Right. Like I said that in my review. I said her name could be Sally, Barbara, Jackie, Michelle. She could be Michelle Obama. It's not her. It's you, sir. You are literally going on your 4th date with this woman. Sir, y'all dating. Y'all dating.
And the fact that you see me physically, right, the fact that you see me physically uncomfortable with this situation and you continue to perpetrate it and give this girl power to be able to come on national TV and say, well, I can have him if I want to. Girl, right. That'll get you hit in the face with a brick. Don't play with me.
Right. And I think some of what Kai's doing, I think production is having her do, because again, I do think that they're trying to rev up the drama for this season, but it doesn't change the fact that you're empowering that thought.
Exactly. I wish the child.
She said, "What you won't do is embarrass me on national TV."
No, not today, sir. Not today. Not
I
tomorrow.
agreed to this bullshit, but I didn't agree to this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, no, ma'am, no, sir.
Couldn't have been. I wish the child. They'd have had to call security because it would have been a full blown situation. It would have been. You know, I ain't got coof and I ain't got good sense, and I definitely don't play that infidelity. And then you trying to play on my intelligence, acting the way you acted. Then talk about what is it about this character? Say a name to me one more time, nigga. If you don't want to continue to keep breathing, say her name to me one more time and say it again.
Because again, it's not Kai. It's not her. It's you.
It's
sir.
you and how you're acting in relation to this girl.
Shout. Not if Jody, Lamar Odom, Kirk, and DMX had a baby, it would be him.
Only less talented.
Oh,
I said what I said.
Yeah, the holding hands, and then he would again. Even with that, he's playing.
I'm not holding it. She's holding my bitch. Okay.
Right.
Then you had the nerve to say, "Well, I didn't want to embarrass her. Fuck her. You don't lay down next to her every night. I don't give a damn if she's embarrassed."
Right. I didn't want to embarrass her, sir. What?
Okay. So okay.
Her comfort should be of no consequence to you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Her comfort, her
level of embarrassment, none of that should matter.
None of that.
Not when it comes in relation to me.
Because at this point, would you even want a ring at this point?
Nope. First of all, I wouldn't have been with you for 14 years and not be resolved. I would not allow it to go that long. Like, what are we doing? What's happening? What's going on?
Right. 14 years. That's
14 years. At 14, that's too much. That's too for me personally. Now, some people wait 16, 17 years, 20 years to get married. Child. I'd have been like, Miss Nicole, you're going to need to call security. Dr. Nicole, go and call him. And then I would turn and pop that nigga right in his face. It would have been a full-blown fist fight.
He said, now, again, I gave him the benefit of the doubt last week because a lot of the people want to do overs because that whole scenario of
it was just uncomfortable for everybody, which I understand.
I give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. But when you was like, yeah, I want to go on another day. And then he tried to take, I want to jump into the fire. Sir.
I want to play in the hot water. No. And he think it's cute though. That's what
he thinks it's funny.
You really think it's funny and it's cute. Okay. I can show you better than I can tell you because I feel like again, I feel like she is the breadwinner. Yeah, that would have been the show I wish a bitch would. And that show would have been rated MA for violence.
I don't get the impression that she's the breadwinner. I mean, I get the impression that they live a nice lifestyle. But I don't get the impression that she's a breadwinner.
I don't think he would be able to maintain the lifestyle that he has. Well,
I don't know. Because the thing is this, he's not a frontline rapper, but he's in music. And to be honest with you, people that do production and write make more money than the actual rappers in most cases. So he may actually make decent money as a producer. And if he's a ghostwriter for somebody and he's still touring, I mean, somebody want to see Phil Mob. I don't know who, but he's still touring, making money. So I'm not going to say that he couldn't. I don't know because I don't know enough about what either one of them do for real. But I'm going to say that I just think that I think she's comfortable. And I think because she's been with him for so long, she thinks that's what she wants. And she really don't. And hopefully this process will open up her eyes to see that this ain't what she really wants.
Right. But right now she's in the mode where she's in loyalty mode where other men, even if she's on a date, they're not hitting her radar like that because she doesn't allow for it to.
Right.
And so now this nigga is open like a carnival He opened like a Walmart, a super Walmart 24/7. Anybody could roll through. Word in the street is that he's still AR.
What that mean? What does AR mean?
Artist development.
Oh, he's artist development.
Yeah.
He is.
I know AR means something, but what it is like artist development and stuff like that. That's what. That's what
then
the
he's
job
probably
is.
making decent money. Then I mean, again, I'm not saying he's a millionaire or nothing like that, but he's probably making decent money. In artist development, if he's doing that. And you know, she does, what did she say, player development, and she does something in tech, so she probably makes decent money. I don't know. I just think that she's decided that that's what she wants, not so much that that's what she really wants. That's what I think.
That dude in the restaurant was trying to put her up on game. I really like that one. Oh, no. Word in the streets is he's married?
What?
Let me roll over to the Google machine. Hold, please.
Wait a minute. Okay, so now I have to say, why the hell would you go on a show like this if you are married? Like, y'all know, like, oh my gosh, y'all gonna get enough of putting yourselves out there, and then people with the good Google sense, like, y'all gonna get enough of that. Why do y'all keep doing that? And if y'all got secrets, why do y'all keep putting yourselves out there for people to find these secrets? Hey, what's up, D? Lord, not Mary. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she works for the Atlanta Dream and player development. And she said she does, like, I think probably like consultant or something. Hey, Scooter Boo.
You know that sound coming through.
Are we still talking about Darian is married, or are we talking about one of the other people that's married? Are we talking about Darian? I think she allowed herself to be comfortable where she is. That time investment she put in won't allow her to walk away. I mean, let me be clear. Every serious relationship I was in, at some point in time, I thought this is somebody I wanted to marry. Because why would I be with them if I didn't think that? But Lord, when he delivered me from that relationship,
hallelujah,
and I was able to look back with a clear mind, and I realized that was not the answer. That was not the answer. But in the moment, you think it is. And she's still in the moment. She is still in that moment. She still thinks he's the answer. Y'all, if we find out that this man is married, then I would say he's a bigger fool. Because why would you even go on TV and blow up your spot? I don't feel like he's actively married. I feel like maybe he married and just never got divorced. I don't know. But I noticed that, but they ain't never said nothing about him getting married, though. He ain't never brought that up. Then again, we just found out about the kids this episode, so maybe they slow walking us into that. I don't know. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, these people they be doing the most. Lord, they do the most. Oh, my goodness. Child, you couldn't tell me. A couple of my exes couldn't tell me we wasn't getting married. Child, I even had a ring or two. Child. Anyway, honey. Anyway. Ebbie, you still doing that research? You still doing the research? Keep It Cute said, hey, Auntie, what's up? Keep It Cute said, exactly, doll face. I'm live. That's why I didn't pick up. What was I going to say? But I'll call you when I get off here because I didn't forget what I wanted to ask you about. So I'll call you when I get off of here. Speaking past the really deliverance from the pits of despair and foul relationships, child. Listen, Dollface, if she's still in the room, she know a couple of them relationships, honey. When I was in that relationship, you couldn't tell me shit. You could not tell me that wasn't my future husband, father of my children. And Lord have mercy. Thank the Lord for deliverance. That's all I got to say about that. Been there and done it. You don't let the peen be good because baby child. Listen, and when the peen is good, child, that just listen. That take it to a whole different place. When the peen is good, honey, that take it to a whole different stratosphere, child. Good. It's a good thing that I'm a virgin. If I had one kid during our 14 years, okay, maybe, but 3, child. Dollface, I don't think you was crazy about any of them. Let me think.
The Googleizations say nothing about him being married.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Were you crazy about any of them?
Bring me your cat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what we're doing today. That is what we're doing today. Yes. I am a virgin, and that is what we're doing today. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to lean this way. So when the Lord smote you for lying, I don't get none of that backlash.
Wait a minute. What?
Beloved baby, that's what we're doing today. We telling him bald-faced lies in front of the Lord. Is that what we're doing?
Now can you smack her virtually? Hey, Joshua.
That is very much my mother. Take your hand and smack your face. My mother loved.
Hand and smack your face.
That's my mother loved texting me that when I get smart with her. She was like, "Take your hand and smack your face."
I don't know if my mama ever trusted me to actually do that.
And every time she tells me, I'll be like, "No, ma'am, I will not. I will not do that. I do not do such. I won't, ma'am. No lies. No lies." Listen, therein is a dick.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar for a second real quick. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. So
yes, Joshua.
That's pretty much getting everybody caught up to where we are now. Now, as far as the future and our future predictions, as much as
Alexis leaves and don't come back.
As much as we just went off on that whole situation, they probably ain't going nowhere. She probably ain't going nowhere, and they're gonna probably stay together. He gonna sweet talk her ass like he probably always sweet talks her. Oh, really?
Wait, what? The dude with the light skin girl? You mean the man with the missing hairline? Joshua?
He can still be cute with a missing hairline.
No.
He just needs to cut it off.
Let me be very clear. That man cannot. Even if he cut his hair off, he's still not going to.
Yeah, I think so too, Lady Taz. I think she is getting sick of it. I do think she's getting sick of it. Again, I'm
glad you called him the comedian. He is.
I do feel like I feel like she's using this show as an excuse to get rid of him. Like, I think she want him to find somebody else. Like, please, please find somebody else you like so that I can walk away and not feel guilty about leaving your ass.
Exactly. She just listen. Oh God, is Sean a comedian? Is that what his job is?
He's an entertainer. He acts. I think he did say comedian, although
because I don't find him to be very funny.
Tell some jokes. Oh, the dude she went on a date with. Oh, is that who you talking about? The dude she went on a date with?
Not get on the winner and drop the chicken.
I'm not doing this with you, little baby. I'm not doing this with you, little baby. The dude with the alopecia. I'm not doing this with you. I don't find him attractive either, and he has no conversation. You so fine is not an adult conversation. Well, is that Scooter Boot running around? Lord, her and her grandchild. Hey, Scooter. Hey, Boo.
Say hey.
Hey. Hi.
Give me sugar and goodbye. Not her, me.
I mean, you could have gave me some too.
I love you, TD. Okay, back to riding a horsey.
Right, because that's right. Scooter. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just so future. Okay, so for future predictions, I feel like Eric and Jessica ain't going nowhere. I think we're gonna get a little bit more of their business, though. I think they're going to expose a little bit about their business, but I don't think they're going nowhere. But
His hairline will leave first before they do.
Program? Do you think he's gonna really propose and mean it?
Eric, I don't think nobody's gonna propose.
Ooh, but now the purpose of the show, either they propose or they supposed to break up. Remember last year? Either you supposed to propose or you break up. So what you think? The question is, did any of the couples from last season actually get married? Now I know we had the COVID, so I give them the benefit of the doubt for COVID. But did any of them? Well, we know Hollywood actually ended up breaking up,
right?
But the other three couples, did they actually do anything?
I don't know.
No, baby, we need to follow up.
We need an update.
They gonna fake propose?
Exactly.
Ciao. All right, so that's that. And you can go check out my review and Ebbie reviews on the first 4 episodes. New episodes on Friday night. You say yes, Eric ain't giving up his trophy. Option number 3 is complete destruction. Ciao. Now, LaShawn and Ron, what do you think they're going to do? I think she's going to break up with him. I don't think she's going to give him the opportunity to propose.
Not shacking and doing on YouTube. That said he's a rapper or something. He's saying he want their relationship like it used to be. I think that means, sis, you waking up and I want you back on stupid. Exactly.
Child, right. You right. You took the red pill and woke up, and now I want you to go back to sleep, or whichever pill it was.
Right, because I can't continue to play you for a dummy.
Right.
What happened to the couple where the daddy died? And the daddy was real sick.
Well, they came back for the reunion, and talked about that they were they're still together, but they really were just processing, because of everything she went through with her father. I mean, he did pass away, and so they're still together though.
Child, that thing hurt my feelings.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Everybody is a rep. Listen, we are not talking about the Circle Atlanta. We're not going to do that.
We will, but not today. We will talk about the Circle Atlanta, but not today. As a matter of fact, I'm working on something right now for the Circle Atlanta.
Okay.
Now, let me say this, and then we're gonna move on. I have an announcement to make for my people. Before I get off of here, I got an announcement to make. Well, first of all, before I get out of here, thank you everybody for being here. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Ebbie Reviews, please make sure that you subscribe to Ebbie Reviews. Somebody please drop her link in the chat. If you're catching this on the replay, do it then too. You can hit that like button while you're in here and go on over there and check out that Avon. Somebody put in an order last night. I appreciate you much. If you in the room, thank you. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be reviewing David Makes Man anymore. I will still
be very sad.
I will still participate if El Teddy allows me when he has his live discussions on his channel. I will continue to watch the season. Please make sure y'all support Ebbie and El Teddy with their reviews. Let me say this. I may review next week just because Sarah's coming back and I may have something to say. But I can't.
I don't understand. Up is down, black is white. What is happening? First, the Fat Boys break up, and now this. What is happening?
I just can't.
Why can't you?
It doesn't matter what I say. Y'all aren't going to understand. So
yes, if you explain it. Explain it
but
to
I've
me.
explained it, and even when I explain it, y'all want to tell me what you think I think, and I'm clearly telling you what I think, and you go tell
No,
me
I never
what
told
makes
you what
sense,
I think you
and I'm
think.
telling you it makes sense to me. Like I don't know what else to tell y'all. I don't know what to say. Like last week, I tried to tell y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else I could say. I don't know what you want me to say that I didn't say. I not only am I not enjoying the show, I am. It's just. I'm just disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I'm not enjoying the show, and I'm very disappointed. Um. I don't know. Kwame has an OnlyFans for those wondering. Kwame who? Who is Kwame? What are you talking about, little baby? Kwame who?
The fine ass Kwame from the first season of Put a Ring on It.
Oh.
That was dating Ashley.
That's Hollywood.
The other dude she was dating.
Oh, the guy. Oh, okay. Child, I don't care.
Hey, we're matching. We both have one polo.
And I could have worn my polo V-neck t-shirt too today. See?
Listen.
What part is disappointing me? The whole thing. I'm disappointed because I really enjoyed the first season, and I just felt like there was so much with the first season that I'm just not getting. I just really am not enjoying what they've done with David's character. Like I don't like David. I don't like him. And last night's episode, I was so pissed at him. He is a manipulative asshole. He is a self-centered, selfish, manipulative asshole, and I don't like it.
But he's
I don't think he always was. I think that he knew how to get what he wanted, but he also looked out for others in the process. He looked out for JG. He looked out for Saren. He looked out for the neighborhood, like Miss Elijah. Like I just feel like, yes, he took care of him, but I feel like he also made sure that he took care of others as well. And last night just, oh my gosh. Last night took me out. I was just done. And I'm with you. I don't know what they not telling us about Glow. I didn't understand the whole breakdown at the end of the episode with the little girl. I don't know what the hell is going on with the little girl. I mean, other than the fact that yes, her parents are going through what her parents are going through. Like I get that part of it, but what the hell is going on with her? Like it's just, I don't know. The show lost its essence, right? A lot of fakery going on. It's not even I don't like David. I just don't care. Oh, wow. Okay. And yeah, I agree, Xavier. And that too, I just think it's boring. David has always been manipulative, but this young David doesn't really have any wants or reasons to chase this power. Yeah. I don't know. So
I feel like the parents are fighting, one, because I feel like common law wife knows that she doesn't have, like, I feel like she maybe tricked him into the baby, or something about that relationship is not, and I feel like it has never been like an even keel. Like it's always been she wanted it more than he did, and he just went along. And especially when she had the baby, that's how she locked him down. And so now that he seems to be surfacing from that, and he has this emotional tie to Shayla, because there's an emotional tie there. And the wife sees it and knows it, and I feel like it could be a real emotional tie. I am not, because I don't like that man. I'm not. and I'm not going to. Y'all not gonna raise my blood pressure cussing out that man every week because he can go straight to hell. And that's that on that. Him and all of them. I don't like any of those people on that show, so no, I refuse. Yeah, because y'all like that. He lost me when he called the mistress a peasant. Okay, nigga. But I wasn't a peasant when I was sucking on your left ball. Like, like your blatant disrespect of the women in your life is beyond the pale for me. And y'all know how I feel about fidelity. So yeah, no, I can't do Love and Marriage Huntsville because I want to take my the sharp pointy end of my edge brush, just jab that nigga one good time.
Oh wow, okay, all right.
So yeah, no, there will be no Love and Marriage Huntsville for Ebony.
Wow, okay.
But like I was saying with JG and the wife, let me scooch back over to something else. I feel like
when you heard her say, "I dropped out of school when we got pregnant," and it sounds like she never went back to college after that. Well, I'm assuming college. Hell, it might have been high school, and it might be high school based on the timeline. So
right. He can get what, Joshua? The pointy end of my edge control in the throat. What can he get? Because that's all he can get from me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he not cute. I don't understand. Like,
go on, Ebbie. Go on.
And so I feel like that situation is starting. I feel like it's a 7-year itch. It's starting to fall apart. And JG sees that there could be something real with Shayla. And so like and she's fighting with tooth and nail to keep this relationship the way it's always been. And I don't know if JG, before he got shot, was like, he was trying to make detective. He's trying to move forward. Is that still happening? Is she trying to get him to go to school and like parlay that with his work on the police force to be like an attorney or something? I don't know. But I don't know. There's something going on with that little girl, and we haven't spent enough time to know and or care exactly what it is. It's just something she's got to that attitude is not just out of left field. There's something happening. And I feel like they are not doing well with connecting who she is and with her uncle, who was also very other at that age. And so I don't know.
Let me tell you something what I would love. And I thought that's the direction we were going in when they were at the hospital
and they had that nonverbal
imaginary conversation. I would love if her and David had a connection that nobody else got. Not right. You know what I mean? Like if they just knew, they just understood each other. Like that I would be here for. Like if they just kind of
had expanded on it, because they had that whole nonverbal communication, and then he turned to her and said, "Why don't we just say this to each other out loud?" And she was like, "Because we're weird."
Right. And again, if they had built on that, I would be like, okay, like when he took her down to the cafeteria, I was waiting for them to have some sort of dialogue. And when she was just nasty to him, I was like, okay, that just blew me away, because the way you set that up was like they had some sort of bond.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just went left field for me.
Right. Like they touched on it and then they shied away from it. Like, I don't.
Yeah. And then even when they brought back the girlfriend last night, the girl he went to the dance with.
First of all, I don't like the little girl who they picked to be the grown-up her. And she was just aesthetically, it seemed off to me. Something about her teeth bothered me. I don't know. But like they were too big for her. Her gums, it was a lot. But then you had them have this super, like, I haven't seen you in a year. This is why we didn't work out. I guess I'll see you in another year. What?
Right. It was like you did this whole dance, this old dance routine. And
well, I like that part.
But what I'm saying is you gave us this whole explosion of emotion, how happy he was to see her. And it was literally, well, this is why we never worked out. See you in a year. And it was like, so one, that means that somewhere along the line they kept in touch. Two, or something, for whatever reason, they keep running into each other. I feel like they threw that in there just so we wouldn't say, well, whatever happened to her? I feel like they just threw that in there so that I'm hoping that they don't do the same thing with Saren. That they don't just throw him in there so that we'll stop asking where's Saren. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I already feel like I don't like the little boy that got playing the grown-up Saren, but that's it. Neither here nor there. We'll see what happens. But I did not like. I felt like she blew him. Like she blew him off. Like I felt like David was trying to make overtures. Like, I know you're busy. I'm busy. I have this gala coming up. And she was like, well, I'm in rehearsals every day nonstop until the recital. And he was like, well, bring the kids, have them perform, make it like a performance before the performance so they can run through it or whatever. And she was like, see, there you go. Just da 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 da. And I was like, well, damn, what? You're busy. He's busy. He's trying to come up with a solution so that y'all can still see each other. And then you giving him your ass to kiss and be like, well, this is why we didn't work out. And I guess I'll see you in another year. What? That didn't even, why are you even here for it? I appreciate listen.
Now, I'm going to say this. I understand your point is valid. I understand hey, Miss Trisha, I understand your point because she didn't know about the rest of what was going on. But with me knowing about what the rest was going on, I took it the way she took it as this is only to self-serve you. Because again, he's manipulating Shella to get her to come. He's manipulating.
Well, we know all of that, but she doesn't know any of that.
That's what I literally just said that. I just said she didn't know that, but because I knew about the other stuff, the other manipulation, I took it as another manipulation. I didn't take it as him seriously wanting. I took it as him just trying to find, oh, well, they can come and perform. And that'll just add to my gala. And I don't, because at the end of the day, like even what he did with Miss Elijah, I was like, that's not David.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Okay. David has always had a level of uncomfortability with Miss Elijah. Whenever she's like, come into the house, David, there's always a hesitation and a level of uncomfortability that David has always had with Miss Elijah. This is nothing new. For him, that he always comes around, but his first instinct is to hesitate in regards to Miss Elijah. And he did that as a child, and it's continued as an adult. Who was that one scene from reconnecting, and they only talked for 6 minutes?
How do we know how long they talked, Xavier? You talking about the girlfriend? I thought he was talking about Saren. I'm like, we ain't even seen the episode yet. You talking about the girlfriend? He's talking
about Tara. But I didn't think the whole episode would be about him and Tara reconnecting just because we saw her in the preview for the next episode. That's what they do.
The whole episode would be about them reconnecting, but I thought it would be more to the story.
I thought it would add and build onto the story as well. I wasn't expecting it to be a fly-by-night. I make an overture, you rebuff it. Okay, I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Right, because it was very much, all right then. I don't know.
But what did the dance routine serve to do? What has any dance routine in the show served to do? Entertain. I know they've done random dancing and music numbers throughout this entire show. This was just another one. And I enjoyed it and the song and them dancing. And if you paid attention to them and how the dance routine went, it kind of explained like where they missed connections and things like that. And at one point she was gone and then she came back and then they were dancing on one accord again. And then and where David was in the director's chair, and maybe that's how she felt about whatever their relationship was. It's like he was always directing. He's always masterminding, planning whatever it is that's happening in that relationship. And she decided to step out of the camera spotlight.
But Ebbie reviews will still be reviewing and tech. Y'all make sure y'all check their reviews.
I can't take it.
Like I said, I'll still be watching it, and if I get invited to El Teddy, he might not invite me back over there. But if I ain't got to get invited back, I'll be on his platform to talk about it.
I don't even know why you fixed your lips to say that, like he's not gonna. You're so okay.
I don't know because listen. He may not listen. He may not. He might. He may not. You don't know. Listen. You know your brother. He may not. Was that Scooter?
Yes. You gonna see him right. Look.
All I see is the head. Just the head running by. Just the head.
Right. He just came back from the park, so he's on 10.
Oh Lord.
Listen. Just keep watching. I'm
gonna keep watching it.
I'm not just talking about just you, but people who have an issue with this particular season, just give it a chance for the story to play out.
I feel like we're on episode 4. I'm giving them a chance.
Just give like I don't have an issue. I see kind of where some of the story beats are going. Every show is not going to be perfect. The second semester of most shows is really difficult, but once they get over the hump, it's normally, if the show is going to be the overcorrection from season 2, from season 1, season 3 normally evens out, and then you get into a rhythm. So work with them.
Exactly.
I feel like the emotional connection may be a little stunted because the stuff that we found endearing and about David as a young person turns ugly and nasty on a grown adult when they continue to do the same things as a child and there's no growth. He died he killed himself off emotionally in the bottom of that pool and did not progress past that age. So seeing the same things that 15-year-old David, the manipulation and all the other things that David was doing at 14 and 15, and when he was in the first season, when we was like, oh, he's so smart, look how he's code switching and turning it on and off and blah 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 blah, as a child was admirable. As an adult, we're looking at it and it was like, this is what the hell? Where's the emotional growth so that you don't have to do those type of things? But when you have unhealed trauma and you get stuck in a certain place, this is what you get. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. He hasn't grown emotionally. He doesn't have the emotional intelligence at this point in his life. Maybe he'll get it while talking. He eventually get it from this help from the psychiatrist. But at this moment, he's still stuck at the bottom of that pool. That's where the emotional slowdown trauma started with his mother's drug use. It kept taking hits with Sky's death and them having to do all of that stuff in season 1 for him to manipulate to become king of the Ville and all of that stuff, to him being able to reach his goal of getting to Hurston and Hurston not being what he thought it was going to be, to him being in that pool and racing with what he thought was his friends and almost drowning, and his friends, that being the final lesson that don't nobody really give a damn about you and what you got going on, that that was the end of any emotional growth or maturity was right there in that moment. So he's still stuck in that same mindset, mind frame. And if you watch the episode at the end where he was listening to the positive affirmations, and that affirmation was love, and the voice was like, stand in the mirror and tell yourself I love you, and he was unable to do it, and he was not looking at himself today, but who he was when he emotionally died as that young David standing in the mirror. He can't tell that person I love you. So I think you just have to, it's a lot going on. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I went into a whole, okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I just.
No, what I was going to say was, so I heard everything you just said. I heard everything you just said. And all of that may very well be true. It sounds good. It sounds a really good breakdown of what's been going on this season. So I 100% hear what you're saying. And that makes a lot of sense. But let me say this, it's not entertaining me.
Okay.
So I hear you. I everything you just said, boom, it sounds valid. It's just not it's not entertaining to me. I'm not entertained by it. I don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying, and all of that makes sense. He died at the bottom of the pool. He's emotionally still 15 years old. All of that. Got all of it. It's boring to watch for me. Okay. So I'm 2 episodes behind and it's hard to watch. Yeah, like I said, I be struggling through the damn thing. I be like, listen, I'm looking at the time, like how much more time we got left. Like I'm literally struggling through the episode. So like I said, I'm gonna keep watching it. I will keep watching it.
Right. I think it's different for me because I had some of that same issue because I was emotionally stunted at that same age by some things that happened in my life at that age, and having to go to a psychiatrist to essentially, revive myself and get past that hurdle so that I could grow up emotionally and mature so that my emotional age matched my physical age.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess because I see it differently, because at one point I was in that same spot. Now I didn't go to all the way 30 some years old to get to there, but I've been there, and so I see it differently. So I have a fear. I have a clear. It's very clear for me, and I thought his antagonist was the man who wants to be mayor. Does the man who wants to be mayor seems a little dangerous? Like when he said you almost lost, it wouldn't seem prudent for you to lie to me because you could lose your job. To me, it read like, and you could lose your life fooling with me. Did that come across?
I definitely feel like this. I definitely get some underworld vibes from him. I don't believe his business is 100 legit. I don't believe his business is 100% legit.
Give it to me, Mom. Give it to me, Mom. Stop.
So you can see the fountain. Thank you, Judy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Scooty.
It would have been interesting to see some exchange between Glow and Sky.
Besides maybe a stay away from my son type of thing, I don't think there was much interaction between Sky and Glow. I just don't. I don't think there was. I don't think they had too many interactions, and the foundation for the code switching is not unhealthy. Let's start there. Code switching is not unhealthy. Everybody has some form of code switching that they do, depending on where you are and in what situation that you are. It is a defense mechanism. Everybody has it. And in some situations, code switching can save your life. Let me just be let's be honest and forthright.
But code switching can be unhealthy. It can be unhealthy if depending on why you're code switching. It can be unhealthy.
Judy, stop playing. Go. Good.
Yeah, because we don't see him beyond his interaction with David. They haven't built anything. Like, I find him menacing. I don't need to see him interact with. There's something about the slow way he talks. There's something about the timbre of his voice and the pace in which he speaks. It comes off very menacing. Even if he's not saying something menacing, it comes across that way with this gentleman. So I'm a person that believes fire burns. I ain't got to put my hand in the fire. I struggle with anxiety, so I understand the behavior they're attempting to highlight, but they are missing the mark. Being emotionally mature because her mother died at 13, but Olivia had other goals beyond that. All we have is David and his trauma. Right. If we had a clear, listen, I know David has he sees all of these plans and he's playing chess while most people are he's playing 3D chess while most of us are sitting here playing tic-tac-toe. But it would be nice to have a clear, like he had a clear set goal that all of his manipulations was behind in season 1, and that was to get into Hurston. I don't know what his ultimate, as an adult now, I don't know what the goal is currently. Is he trying to do an end run around Mr. Montoya and he become the mayor? Does he have political aspirations? Because I'm trying to figure out and this is just his first step to world domination. I don't know. We don't know, and it's unclear, and I don't know if the writers know.
Well, then that's another problem. But anyway. All right, you guys. Well, y'all go ahead. Please check out, go over to Avon and get y'all some stuff over to the Avon, and we about to get up out of here. My Put a Ring on It will be uploaded, and my Married to Medicine reunion will be uploaded because I've already recorded it. I just got to upload those two, and I'm not sure what else y'all gonna get tonight, but that's that. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.